When it comes to selling your home, there are many factors that can affect the final selling price. One crucial element that often gets overlooked is the paint color of your home's interior walls. The right paint colors can make a significant impact on potential buyers as they play a vital role in first impressions and the overall aesthetic of the home. We're going to explore the best paint colors that have been proven to attract buyers and increase home selling prices. We'll also discuss some insights I've learned guiding my very own clients to use specific paint colors to their advantage, resulting in higher offers and a quicker sale. In today's super competitive real estate market, it's essential to make your home stand out from the competition. Beyond staging and landscaping, the choice of paint colors can significantly influence a buyer's perception and feeling toward a home. Opting for the right color palette can not only enhance the aesthetic appeal of your property, but it can also evoke emotions and feelings that drive buying decisions. Color psychology plays a huge role in this process. Neutral colors like off-white, light warm gray, and a tinge of beige are traditionally favored for their ability to make spaces appear larger, brighter, taller, more grand, and even more inviting and homey. However, adding strategic pops of color can define spaces within your home and make it more memorable to potential buyers. For example, a soft blush color in the bedroom can create a sense of femininity and calm, while a deep green, like that seen behind me here, in say a home office, might inspire feelings of creativity and productivity. But this is where we draw the distinction between paint and staging and styling items. So what is the difference? For permanent infrastructure like walls, base molding, crown molding, and door casing and other types of trim, we stick with neutral light colors. When we talk about adding pops of color, this can be done with styling through artwork and decor items like throws and pillows. When repositioning a home for resale, we advise against adding high contrast or decorative feature walls due to their cost, mostly because they're more time intensive, requiring extra labor and materials, but also due to their specificity. So while they do add a visual interest component and more dimension to a room, as shown in the pictures here, they can also be pretty taste specific or worse, too trendy, and trends don't always last very long. So now let's look at some examples to illustrate the presentation of a home with light, neutral walls and one with colored walls. We're going to compare two homes of similar age in the same subdivision with near identical floor plans. I've pulled these several images off the MLS for immediate comparison. This first set of images shows a home with neutral walls. As you can see, the home with neutral walls looks bigger, brighter, looks at the higher ceilings and just generally more grand and is more inviting, as we've discussed. It's literally a blank canvas for a prospective buyer to imagine themselves filling the rooms with their furniture, choosing their colors, placing their furniture into this portrait. Now, the second set of images with colored walls, while not completely terrible, simply portrays a home that looks dated. Looks like it needs more updating than it really does, and looks more like a project to buyers. A home seller could pay $12,000 to paint this home, whereas a buyer is guesstimating it will take $20,000 or more to do so. This will require the buyer to have the vision, the project management time and desire, and the money available to make the necessary update. And typically, cash is how buyers are processing these repair needs. which means that as soon as they see the next house where the paint has been done for them, assuming it meets all their other criteria, they're more likely to choose that one. But as you can see, there's so much that paint can do for a home just to bring it into the present decade that repainting your home before sale is a no-brainer, especially if you have the ability and can afford to do so. But this, of course, all assumes you don't have a lot of deferred maintenance and needed repairs in other critical areas of the home, which will be a whole topic of another video. Now, we'll dive deeper into the specific colors that we've used during our pre-sale renovation process that have been the most successful in our clients' recent home sales, and how you can implement these same color strategies to attract the highest number of potential buyers to your home. When we do a pre-sale renovation, we typically go in and focus on providing our seller clients with the MVP, or minimum viable product. That is doing as little as possible, as cost effectively as possible to the home to appeal to today's buyers. And of course, all of this gets right-sized to the home and the seller's budget. I say this to indicate that in following this approach, we are typically working with existing flooring or aged granites in kitchens and bathrooms that tend to be high contrast, heavily patterned, and generally on the dark and busy scale. So it can be important to consider any costly fixtures or existing finishes that you may also have to work around with your home. We've also kept the existing trim and trim colors before to reduce the scope of the project. And in these scenarios, it tends to be in great condition and matches the tones of the other elements in the home or the updates that we plan to make. With these real-world considerations in mind, I have developed several color palettes that I love that are designed to work with existing finishes and fixtures depending on their general color characteristics. The first set I call the warm peach tone set. This easily complements the peach undertones of many finishes here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area during the mid-2000s. It nicely complements this black and peach builder favorite granite that was really popular during that period, which I've paired it with on several occasions. Working with it can also keep the homeowner from having to purchase a new $5,000 to $8,000 premium countertop slab, which is a real cost saving to the homeowner. These are all Sherwin-Williams colors: Roman column, paper white, and whitetail. The second set of colors works for a color palette that has a little more yellow to it, making it the warm gold tone set. This complements slight goldish undertones in flooring and trim, and also nicely complements any brass fixtures that could be going in. These colors are whitetail, downy, and Greek villa. My last color set complements a slightly warm tone or grayish color set in flooring undertones or walls, and is the warm gray tone set. These colors are alabaster, West Highland white, and ivory lace. I do find these days that warm tones are the most appealing and largely match today's flooring color and countertop varieties. Gone are the days of the cold gray tones in flooring and walls. Warm tone colors evoke more positive emotions from buyers and just feel more homey in general. So I'm here to tell you Grage is here to stay. You'll see that all of these colors largely render white with slight color-based undertones and nuances between them. So ultimately, the idea is to go light, bright, and nearly white throughout the home. When painting trim and doors, I like to go either 1 to 2 color grades up or down. And they don't have to be in the exact same color family, which can sometimes be too monochrome in the base color, in my opinion. These days, we will typically recommend that our clients paint their kitchen cabinets as well, either due to wear and tear or wood tones being too dated. You'll usually use the same trim color for the cabinets, which makes it easy on the eyes and the decision making. But if you have to alter the cabinet color for some reason, for example, to match a countertop, hardware, an appliance, or something like that, then stick with a good near white alternative that complements your other base tones. Before you paint anything, we recommend paying for the Sherwin-Williams or other paint vendor paint samples and putting them up on the walls or the cabinets with your contractor. Get as many opinions as possible, especially that of your agent if you're doing this as part of a pre-sale renovation. There are companies that provide samples that you can use that are like, paste and stick. But here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, our walls are typically textured with either orange peel or knockdown texture, as well as other texture varieties. So you want to see how the paint colors will work with the texture and tones on your walls and your specific lighting room to room. I've had near white paint colors render too pink or purple on me before, depending on the location of the window, the sunlight coming in, or the general time of day. So it is something to be mindful of. I've also had homeowners tell me that because they still have to live in the home, they don't want the home to feel too sterile because they quote unquote hate white. And that's where the warm and color undertone whites can be really helpful to placate these concerns about feeling like the homeowner has to live in a hospital or a museum, which you may hear. I hope these tips, as a pre-sale renovation specialist here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, have been very helpful to you in planning your next paint project so you sell your home for more money. I'm Megan Johnson, broker, realtor, and lead designer with Modern Nest Realty here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And it would be my pleasure to assist you on your next pre-sale renovation project should you need it. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit like below and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.